Hey, I'm Bahar.
Hey, I'm Josh.
Hey, I'm Yuli.
K family hard work. The lessons continue every day at John Paul II, throughout South Texas, and through anyone who's been touched by Coach Castillo. This was said by the Seahooks TV through YouTube. This was just a little quote that was said about him that it basically displays how much of an effect he had on all of baseball throughout Texas, including South Texas, but more importantly. I compiled these sources together in order to write this speech. YouTube.com watch, NewYorkTimes.com, PressBoxServices.com, jp2highschool.org, and media.caller.com. So, what was so great about Coach Castillo and his effect on people? Well, Coach Castillo was very successful in the game of baseball. He won a lot, and he created great baseball players. He also created these men who played baseball for him by teaching them values that were very important to him, and that they fed off to these other kids and made them better people. And the discipline he taught in the classroom really taught the students and prepared them for the real world. So when people think of a successful baseball coach, what's the number one single measurement? And that is success. Steve Castillo was extremely successful at Moody High School. He won 76% of his games in 23 seasons. That was by the New York Times. It was a little article talking about how he had affected South Texas baseball. And it just goes to show if New York Times is writing articles about you, you've probably done pretty well. Also, PressBoxServices.com said that in his 3 years at John Paul, Castillo has gone 83-24, and he has won the Texas TAP State 4A state championship. And he went on to win another one the very next year, after that quote was said. So, but success does not make a good coach, because raw talent can't always get you to win every game. So, what else was very effective? His ability to turn kids into men through values. Here's a long quote. It was said by Coach Castillo. But basically what it's saying is that through these early morning workouts, he always taught lessons, and he was teaching while you saw cars drive by that someday you were going to have to grow up and go work in that real world, that you should appreciate that you're just going to school and learning. And another big thing that he was big on through values was to teach that God's first, family second, and friends can always wait. And that was something that was very important to him. So Coach instilled these values into these players, and then prepared them for the real world. Of the 25-man roster that went on to win the state 4A championship, 8 of them went on to play Division I baseball. 2 are now playing professionally, and 18 of them went to a prestige college. And 3 of his starters were in the top 10 academically in the class of 2011. So, and here's a quote by him: "Be enthusiastic, gentlemen, we are getting better." This is something he always said, and it was just going to prepare you to always strive, even when you go on and you start your job, to strive so you could be successful in life. So Coach Castillo's way of learning has positively affected students who were around him throughout his coaching and teaching tenure. So once again, what was Coach Castillo really about? He instilled a love of baseball in his players with success. He turned his players into men of God through his values and morals. And last, he prepared his players for the real world. And this is a quote to close out this speech. It was said by Ken Chom, who was the hooks of the AA Astros baseball team. He said, "Steve has been a major force in giving South Texas the reputation of having some of the best high school baseball in the state and in the country. There's no doubt that the positive impact he had on so many men over the course of the last 3 decades makes him very deserving of this recognition." And he had reserved a medal for one of the best coaches in Texas, and this was said at his ceremony speech. So that's why I feel that Coach Castillo is one of the best coaches that's ever taught.